Good morning students. So today we are going to study about our next animal tissue, that is muscular tissue. So actually after epithelial tissue, connective tissue is there in your textbook, but it is so big. So first let me explain small ones, then we will go to the big connective tissue. Okay, so the next tissue is muscular tissue. Where do you think this tissue is present? The name indicates muscular tissue means the tissue is present in the muscles. This muscular tissue is present where? In the muscles. The tissue is present in muscles, in all muscles. That is in muscles. Okay. So the muscles are made up of, you can simply tell the muscles are made up of muscular tissue. So where do you think that muscles are present? So muscles means you get an idea that muscles are present on the bones. On the bones muscles are present. Only on the bones does the muscles are present? Muscles ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? Only bones మీదైనా ఇంకెక్కడైనా ఉంటాయి బాడీలో. So muscles అనగానే we get an idea that they are present only on bones, but wrong, it's wrong. Muscles are present throughout the body. మన బాడీ మొత్తంలో muscles ఉంటాయి. See, muscles are present on our bones. Muscles are present on our heart, lungs, even our jaws, cheeks lo, మన cheeks lo అన్ని చోట్ల muscles ఉంటాయి. So our muscles are present all over the body. It's not that they are present only on bones. They are present all over the body. Okay. So muscles are made up of muscular tissue. Clear? Now in this, so what is the function of muscular tissue? So the main function of muscular tissue is movement. The tissue which helps in movement is muscular tissue. Okay, which is helping in movement, muscles are helping in movement. So muscles are made up of muscular tissue. The tissue which helps in movement. The tissue which helps in movement is called muscular tissue. Okay now? Clear? Muscles helps in movement. Muscles are made up of muscular tissue. So muscular tissue is helpful in movement. So you may get doubt. So is heart moving? Yes, heart is moving. Is lungs moving? Yes, lungs are moving. If they are not moving, if heart is not contracting or expanding, heart is not moving, you will be you will not be alive. అర్థమైందా? హార్ట్ కాంట్రాక్ట్ ఎక్స్పాండ్ అవ్వకపోతే, హార్ట్ మూవ్ అవ్వకపోతే చనిపోతాం మనం. ఈవెన్ ద లంగ్స్ ఆర్ కాన్స్టెంట్లీ in inhalation exhalation means contraction and relaxation of lungs is occurring. That's why you are continuously breathing. So all the body parts, even your intestine, small intestine is moving while you are digesting your food. So all the body parts are moving. So that's why they are made up of muscles. So all the body is made up of muscles. Clear? So the main function of the muscular tissue is helps in the movement of the body. Now if you see the types, depending on the structure and function, depending on the structure and location, depending on the structure and location, the muscular tissue is again divided into 3 types. Okay? Depending on the structure and location, muscular tissue is again divided into 3 parts. Means how the structure is and location where they are present. muscular tissue is divided into 3 types. Let us look what are they. So, depending on the structure and function, muscular tissue is divided into how many types? 3 types. So, what are they? Striated, unstriated, or you can say non-striated also. Unstriated and cardiac. You can say non-striated. Better write non-striated. Okay. So, muscular tissue is made up of 3 types. Striated muscular tissue is of 3 types. Striated muscular tissue, non-striated muscular tissue, cardiac muscular tissue. What is striated muscular tissue? Striated muscular tissue are also called as, let us see first the striated muscular tissue. It is also called as voluntary. Voluntary muscular tissue, or another name is also there, skeletal muscular tissue. Skeletal muscles, you can say skeletal muscles. Okay. So, striated muscular tissue can also be called as voluntary muscles. You can say they are called as voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles. Means what? See, skeletal muscle. First, let's discuss about voluntary. So, muscular tissue is of 3 types: striated, non-striated, cardiac. Now, first let us discuss about striated muscles or striated muscular tissue. You can say striated muscles also. So, striated muscles are also called as voluntary muscles or skeletal muscles. Clear? Why they are called as voluntary muscles? Because they are under our control. We can control these muscles. Means movement of hand. It's your wish. You can move your hand or you cannot move your hand. It's your wish. You can control its movement. You want to rotate like this? Yes. So, the movement is controlled by your action. Means, మీరు కదపాలంటే కదపొచ్చు లేకపోతే లేదు, అది మీ ఇష్టం. So, voluntary, if it's your wish to move or not. So that they are called as voluntary muscles. So, the striated muscles can be moved or cannot be moved. It depends upon you. Okay. Skeletal muscles. Why they are called as skeletal muscles? Because they are attached mostly to our skeleton. That is, they are attached mostly to our bones. That's why they are called as skeletal muscles. Clear? And why they are called as striated muscles? If you see the shape of the like the striated muscles, they are cylindrical in shape. Striated muscles are what? They are cylindrical in shape. Cylindrical in shape. And they have stripes. They have stripes on them. Dark and light stripes. Dark, light. Dark, light. Dark, light. So they have stripes on them. That's why they are called as striated muscles. That's why they are called as striated muscles. Clear? And they are multinucleated. There are so many nucleuses. They have many nucleuses. And nucleus is generally present near the periphery, near the top or bottom, periphery of the cell. Anyway, like this. Not in the middle, they are present near to the periphery. Okay, so striated muscles are muscular tissue is of 3 types. One is striated muscles, non-striated muscles and cardiac muscles. Let us discuss about striated muscles. Striated muscles are also called as voluntary muscles because you can move these muscles by your wish. If you don't want to move, don't move. So they are called as voluntary, like moving of our hand. It is our wish to move our hand or not. That's why they are called as voluntary muscles. Next, they are called as skeletal muscles because they are attached to our skeleton, that is bones. That's why they are called as skeletal muscle. Now coming to the structure of the skeletal muscles. They are cylindrical in shape and they have stripes on them. Dark stripe, light stripe, dark stripe, light stripe. That's why they are called as striations. Stripes are there, that's why they are called as striated muscles. And then they have one cell has so many nucleus because our muscles, skeletal muscles will be always working. So they need to continuously produce energy. So that's why they have more nucleuses in them. And the nucleus is generally present at the periphery, not in the middle. Okay. And these cells, mostly you have 640 striated muscles in your body. Not mostly, general number of striated muscles is nearly 640 and they constitute 40% of your body weight. Okay, 40% of your weight is due to your striated muscles. Okay, 40% of body weight is due to your striated muscles. Okay, they have highest power. They can repair themselves and they can regenerate also. Okay, striated muscles can repair and regenerate. They can repair means and regenerate. Means if any wound has occurred to your skeletal muscles or striated muscles, they can repair themselves and they can regenerate themselves. So that's why they are called as they have the capacity to repair and regenerate themselves. Yeah. So what we have studied in the striated muscles? Striated muscles are also called as voluntary muscles and they are also called as skeletal muscles. Coming to the structure, they are cylindrical in shape. And they have stripes on them. Dark stripe, light stripe. Dark stripe, light stripe. Like that. And one more thing is they have multinucleated. They have many nucleuses. They are multinucleated and almost 640 type of striated muscles are there. 640 type of striated muscles are there. And they can easily repair, if any damage is occurring, they can repair and regenerate themselves. Okay. And okay, this is about the striated muscles. Clear? Now coming to the non-striated muscles. Non-striated muscles, they are also called as smooth muscles. They are called as smooth muscles. Non-striated muscles are also called as smooth muscles or non-striated involuntary muscles. Okay. So, non-striated muscles are also called as smooth muscles or involuntary muscles. By the name you can say smooth muscles means there are no stripes on them. They are very smooth, plain in structure. That's why they are called as smooth muscles. Involuntary, they are not under our control. Like beating of lungs, like heartbeat. Is it in your control? Can you control your heartbeat? No, it's not under your control. Can you control the digestion of food in your intestine? No. Can you control movement of pupil, movement of iris in your eye, you can't control. So those movements which are not controlled by ourselves are called as involuntary actions, which we cannot control. They are called as involuntary action. Like if you go into a dark room, your iris or your pupil becomes large. Your pupil which is present in your eye becomes large. It is not controlled by you. If you come to a bright light, it will become so small. It cannot be controlled by you. If you are eating food, it is digested in the intestine. The movement of intestine is not controlled by you. So that's why they are called as involuntary actions. The actions which are not controlled by ourselves are called as involuntary. So the smooth muscles are involuntary muscles because we can't control their actions. Okay. So smooth muscles are also called as non-striated, means there are no striations on them. They are mostly spindle shaped. Like this. They are mostly spindle shaped and they are uninucleated. Single nucleus is present in the middle of the cell. Okay. No striations are present, that's why they are called as non-striated muscles. They are smooth and involuntary. Most of the internal organs are made up of smooth muscles. So the alveoli, where they are present, pupil, iris of the eye. Iris of eye. Okay. So this is your eye. Here this is your black the pupil. Around this iris is present. This is iris is made up of smooth muscle. Alveolus. So we have discussed about alveolus. Where they are present? In lungs. So alveolus movement, contraction, expansion, they are made up of smooth muscles. Even the uterus in kidney and the alimentary canal, the small intestine, all these are made up of smooth muscles. So their action cannot be controlled by you. So that's why they are called as smooth muscles and they have only single nucleus and that is also one. And mostly these smooth muscles have capacity to divide and regenerate. They have highest capacity to regenerate themselves. Okay, they can divide and regenerate themselves. Okay, this is about smooth muscles. Clear? So what are smooth muscles? Smooth muscles are also called as non-striated muscles and they are involuntary in action. They don't have stripes. They are mostly spindle in shape with single nucleus in the middle and they have highest power of regeneration and they can divide and regenerate. The only muscle type which can divide and regenerate is smooth muscle. Clear? Now going to the third muscle type, that is cardiac muscle. That is cardiac muscle. Now coming to the cardiac muscle. So you must have heard about the name of cardiac. Where does the cardiac comes? Cardiac. Cardiac. So anytime if you are hearing the word cardiac, that means heart. Related to heart. The term cardiac means it is related to the heart. Cardiologist, cardiologist, all are related with the heart. So the last muscle type is cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle. So this cardiac muscle, the heart is made up of cardiac muscle. Heart is made up of cardiac muscle. Okay, the contraction and expansion of heart is done by the cardiac muscle. So always the heart is contracting and relaxing and it is pumping the blood into the blood vessels. So these cardiac muscles are helping the heart to do its function. Okay. Now if you see the cardiac muscles, they are striated, stripes are present on them, involuntary, and uninucleated. Uninucleated. So they have the characters of both skeletal muscles and smooth muscles. రెండు ఫీచర్స్ ఉంటాయి, స్ట్రైటెడ్ నాన్ స్ట్రైటెడ్ రెండు క్యారెక్టర్స్ కార్డియాక్ మజిల్లో ఉంటాయి. హౌ స్ట్రైటెడ్, సి స్కెలిటల్ మజిల్స్ హ్యావ్ స్ట్రైయేషన్, స్ట్రైప్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. సో కార్డియాక్ మజిల్స్ ఆల్సో హ్యావ్ స్ట్రైప్స్ ఆన్ దెమ్ like this. They have stripes but somewhat light when compared to the skeletal muscles. వాటి కంటే లైట్ గా ఉంటాయి stripes. And they are involuntary. You can't control the functions of the heart. You can't control the contraction and relaxation, or you can't control the movement of the heart. That's why they have involuntary. So this is like smooth muscles. This is like skeletal muscles. And they are uninucleated. Single nucleus is present and they are cylindrical in shape like striated muscles. Striated muscles like a cylindrical shape unte, uninucleated and involuntary. But what is the special feature in them is they are branched. So like this, the cardiac muscles are branched. You will have branches like this. Cardiac muscle you will have branches in the cardiac muscle. So they are cylindrical in shape. Like this, they have cylindrical in shape, and you have branches in them, and they are made up of cells. Like nucleus is present. Okay, the branches, that is a special feature of cardiac muscles. So they are interconnected. Each muscle, each cells, the cardiac cells are connected each other. So that's why they are branched. Okay, so they have single nucleus in them, and they have one special plates called intercalated discs are present in between. Intercalated disc. Intercalated disc. So what is the function of intercalated disc? These are connecting the different cardiac cells. Okay, cardiac cells are called as myocytes. Okay, cardiac cells are called as myocytes. These myocytes are interconnected by intercalated disc, and they are forming a cylindrical shaped tissue. Okay, so we know that all cells are made up, cells combine to form tissues. So here myocytes combine to form a cardiac tissue. So these tissues are branched, means the cells are joined each other through intercalated disc. They are joined through intercalated disc. And what is the special feature of cardiac tissue is it can generate electrical impulse. Okay, so the cardiac tissue can generate electrical impulse, and it is pumping the blood into the blood vessels. Okay, that is the special feature of cardiac tissue. Okay, this is about cardiac tissue. So what is it? Let's recall cardiac tissue. It is present only in the heart. It is not present anywhere in the body. The cardiac tissue is present only in the heart. And they are striated, involuntary, uninucleated. Single nucleus is present. They are cylindrical in shape, and stripes are present. But what is the special features? They are branched. And the cells of cardiac tissue are called as myocytes. The myocytes are interconnected. They are connected with each other by intercalated disc. So the nerve, whatever the electrical impulse which is generated by the heart is passed through this intercalated disc. This is our intercalated disc. So the electrical impulse is passing from one cell to another cell through intercalated disc. So all cells will simultaneously work during contraction and relaxation. That is the importance of intercalated disc. They are branched. So once these cardiac muscles work all the time from birth to death, the only type of muscles which work throughout the life is cardiac muscles. Once they don't have any regeneration capacity, they cannot regenerate, they do not regenerate. Okay, they cannot regenerate. Once they are died, they are died. They can't regenerate like skeletal muscles and smooth muscles. Once they are died, they are died. Okay, so this is the cardiac muscle. Now, one more important point about muscle tissue is all the muscle tissues have muscle fibers in them. Whatever the skeletal, smooth or cardiac muscle, all the muscle tissues will have muscle fibers. All the muscle tissues will have muscle fibers in them. Suppose this is your muscle tissue. Suppose this is your muscle tissue. They will have muscle fibers in it. You will have muscle fibers. It may be skeletal, smooth or cardiac. All the muscle tissues will have muscle fibers in them. In these muscle fibers, there will be cells. There will be cells like this. These cells contain a special protein called contractile protein. So, the muscle fibers have cells in them. Cells in them. And these cells have special protein in them. That protein is called as contractile protein. Actually, you will study actin and myosin. Their names are, you will study in higher classes, these cells. So now we are studying this contractile protein. So these cells have special protein called as contractile protein. This protein is helping for contraction and relaxation, for movement. This protein is helping in the movement, for contraction and relaxation. So we know that muscle tissue helps in movement. So which is helping? This contractile protein is helping in the movement of muscle. So this is about the muscular tissue. Okay.